Albuquerque mayoral candidate Mayling Armijo is here with us in studio. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Let's start with an introduction for the voters who may not know who you are.
Mayling Armijo, Navy veteran, Albuquerque native. Currently work in small business lending and want to be part of the change.
All right, so let's get right to the big issues. Crime and public safety, a top concern for a lot of voters. What policies are you hoping to pursue as mayor?
Well, the first thing is to change the culture, and to change the culture is to change the police chief. So that's the first step. I want us to go back to community policing, neighborhood liaisons, beat patrols, and in my first week in office, we're going to have. I'm going to order APD to give me a plan on how to reduce call times.
All right. And so speaking of crime, how would you plan to address the juvenile crime issues that we're seeing here in Albuquerque?
Well, my focus will be in prevention of juvenile crime. Let's keep our kids busy because we can't control state law. What we can and can't do. I can't control judges or the courts or what might happen there. But I can focus on prevention, and whether it's a teen division within the city where we focus on working with kids in high schools and middle schools on solutions to keep them off the streets, after school programming that's focused on STEM and trades. We need more programming and more things for them to do.
All right, well, shifting gears now, something that we know ties hand in hand with crime. How would you plan to address the city's homelessness and encampment issues that we've seen?
Well, I think we need to take it in pieces because homelessness is a multi-pronged approach. We need to figure out why they're homeless, what we need to do to get them the services that they need. But we also need to clean those encampments up. They have to. That's not living. That's not humane. And for those that insist on outdoor living or outdoor camping, then they need to go to places that are not near schools, parks, and transit. We have to enforce our no outdoor camping ordinances.
And with that in mind, what would be your approach to drug addiction and trying to get those treatment services?
Well, I think it's time for some tough love. We need to either say, hey, we need to arrest if they're using outdoor or all of those things that we have laws for now, they're just not being enforced, and say, look, here's rehab or jail. Like, what are your options? And I get that the court system with the revolving door is an issue for us, but at some point a judge is going to have to say this is not the quality of life that any city wants.
All right. Shifting gears again, what do you want Albuquerque voters to know about your immigrant policies?
I think that they need to understand I'm immigrant friendly. I'm just not criminal friendly.
Any way on elaborating on that?
We are going to, crime is a big issue in this city. It's probably the number one thing that concerns all of the citizens of Albuquerque. And for me, quality of life is safety. And so we need to make sure that we are working with all our federal partners to ensure that we are being safe and enforcing the laws. But at the same time, we need to maintain immigrant-friendly policies. And that is, we're not going to use APD to do raids or check papers or anything like that. But if you're an illegal that has committed a crime, then we're going to work with our federal partners to get you off the streets.
So I'm curious, with that in mind, would you change anything about our city's current policies?
Well, if my understanding is correct, the policy now is that when we arrest somebody that is illegal, we do not turn them over to ICE. If that is a current policy. Now, if you ask the mayor, he says we don't. If it is required by law, we do it. I don't know that we do that. So, but if that is a current policy, we will not be continuing that policy.
All right. So let me ask, where do you think Albuquerque has the most potential for growth or new opportunities?
I think our big thing is the I-40 Tradeport corridor that the Bernalillo County, Sandoval County, that we've been working on since I was the director of economic development. Like, this was a concept many years ago. And now it's actually starting to come to fruition where we're looking at transportation, warehousing, and manufacturing. So it's just there. We just need the leadership to implement it.
And with that in mind, do you have ideas on how to bring new jobs and economic opportunities to Albuquerque?
Absolutely. The bottom line first is we got to bring crime down because we've got to make it safe for companies to want to come here and be here. And we have to have a very business-friendly environment. So whatever we need to do with City Council to reduce fees or things that businesses are tied to that we're making it expensive for them to be here, we need to do that. And we have to improve our permitting and our planning office and make sure that we are working at the speed of business and that we are customer service friendly. That's the first thing we need to do. But when it comes to attracting, we need to focus on our infrastructure, fix our house so that we can invite people here.
All right, so my last question for you with 30 seconds left. What is your vision for Albuquerque over the next 4 years?
My vision is to clean it up, absolutely clean up the permitting, the streets, all the things. That's the vision. But it's also to see cranes in the air, to see production and to see buildings, and so that we can have those jobs here. I mean, the vision is, I think, everybody's vision, but the work it takes to get it done is really the hard part, and that part I'm the most suited for.
Perfect. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming to sit down with us today.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you.